What's up everybody, Steve here. Americans could potentially get $2,000 a month or a variation of if this second bill passes. I'm going to talk more into detail about that as well as some tips to help you guys through this trying time. Look, with mass unemployment, the federal government had to step in and pass a stimulus bill, which was that $1,200 check. If you guys did not receive that, be sure that you guys check to see if your bank account information is correct or your mailing address is correct as well, because I know there's millions and millions of people that still have not received that check yet for qualifying Americans. So be sure you check into that. Don't just sit on the sidelines and wait. And look, at the end of the day, I don't think that that's enough. There was a survey done by the Parents Together Action, and basically they did a survey of a focus group, and it stated that come May 1st, 50% of the people were not going to pay their rent or their mortgage. Be sure you guys stick around for the tips that we're going to talk about, because right now is the time that we have to protect certain things, and shelter is one of them. And as mentioned, unemployment keeps going on the rise. I believe it just hit 30 million people, so the federal government is looking at this like we do need a second stimulus package. You know, the first stimulus bill of $1,200, think about it. How is that potentially going to pay for people's mortgages, their car debt, their utilities, their cell phone bills, and let alone other necessities like food and water and so forth? It's just not enough. So a second bill is imperative. All right, so this new proposal is basically if you make $130,000 or less, you can receive $2,000 a month up to 6 months, and it could even have an extension plan associated as well. And then also it's $500 per month for every dependent, every child that is dependent upon you under the age of 16, and it's capped at 3 kids. And that monthly $2,000 stimulus is for everybody over the age of 16 years old. Now keep in mind, this was just the initial proposal, so I am sure once they finalize things, it will change, and we will do a follow-up video on this once things do pass, so you guys can know exactly what you can anticipate on receiving. With that said, let's talk about some tips that can help you guys out with the money that you guys are receiving. All right, the first thing is some states are starting to open up, you know, in the state of Florida, they have the phase 1, and it's still a minimal amount of businesses, 25% of restaurants can start serving and so forth, but it's kind of still bare bones. So right now is survival time for you guys. You guys have to make sure that you guys are doing what you need to do to keep a roof over your head, transportation, keep your family fed, and keep as much cash on hand as possible. The second thing is credit cards. If you guys have a line of credit with any credit cards, and on this channel I talk about really not using credit cards, and if you guys do use credit cards, pay them off right away at the end of every single month so you guys are not hit with any kind of interest balance. But if you guys do have a line of credit right now, I personally would start utilizing a line of credit and doing the minimum payment on those credit cards and keep as much cash on hand as possible. Number 3, pick up the phone and call your credit card companies, especially if you guys have credit card debt right now and you guys are paying minimum payment. You guys are more than likely going into a negative amortization position when you guys do pay the minimum payment. So call the credit card companies, see if they would be willing to do like a 0% interest for 6 months, 12 months. Do anything you can possibly do to get that interest rate as low as possible. This way you guys are not negatively affected when you guys do come out of this black swan situation. Number 4, go through all of your bills. Sit down, write out a personal financial statement and write out all of your expenses that you guys are paying for on a regular basis. Go through all those bills. They include your utility company, your phone bill, maybe even your car payment. Call all of these companies. A lot of them right now are willing to work with you guys. So call all of these companies and see what they would do to help you guys out. Some might be able to defer payments. Some might even be able to completely alleviate certain payments. You just never know until you pick up the phone and call these people. Many of you guys have a lot of time right now and you guys have that ability. So, you know, build up the courage, call these people, just say that you need help and see what they're willing to do for you guys. Again, the goal is to keep as much cash in your pocket as possible right now during these trying times. Number 5, sell things. things. You know, maybe it's you or somebody in your household is sitting there that you know, you guys might have a lot of time on your hands. I encourage you guys to go through your entire household, go through your kids' bedroom, see what toys they're not playing with anymore, and start selling things. Put them out on eBay, put them out on any kind of online auction or online sites. Many online sites are for free as well. People are still buying stuff. People are still buying crap. They're not being fiscally responsible, but you guys can, you know, free up a lot of cash if you guys put things that, you know, are sitting in your garage, in your attic, in your kitchen that you guys haven't used for months at a time. I consider you guys trying to free up some cash and selling as much stuff as possible so you guys do have some additional funds for shelter, food, and necessities of life. Number 6, subscribe. Look, this will pass, just like a hurricane. However, it will leave a path of devastation for millions and millions of people. Some will lose their homes, some will lose their cars, some will lose really everything that they have. And guys, I've been there. The last market crash in 2008, I really had to reset. I had to start over. So if you guys do like this content and you guys are kind of fed up and really do not want to be reliant on the government, the federal government, the local government, or even your boss for a paycheck, then I encourage you guys to subscribe to this channel and keep watching as we talk more about personal finance and growing yourself to a path toward financial freedom for you and your family. I do appreciate the support. If you guys do like this video, I appreciate you guys giving it a thumbs up, and check out some of these other videos I got coming up as well. Thanks a lot.